there are a lot of skills that you learn when you are getting ready to create something with your photos. And so much of it is preparation. I think a lot of people jump in and they get on the site of like, they could go to Artifact Uprising or Pinhole Press or Shutterfly or Google Books or something, and they're ready to do it. And then they get overwhelmed because they can't find the photos they want to use, or the photos don't line up perfectly, or it uh, uploading the photos, you get a result where, like, the picture is from the nose down or something like that. So there's a lot of ways you can prepare to get your photos all ready to upload to whatever service you're going to use. And it really makes it easier. Plus, it's a lot easier to edit your photos on a computer or an iPad or a phone even. Now, the phone is the hardest, but you can do it. And I would say the computer is the easiest, but you absolutely can do it on a phone too. They have all the tools there. So we're going to, now I have to set my phone so it never goes to sleep, so that it doesn't cut out. Display and brightness. And we go to lock screen, never. Okay. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to be sharing this, this screen with you, I think. So in case you haven't gotten the screen, you'll be able to see it. So this is the first screen of the notes. You can see it. I love these socks. I don't know if these socks are like nylon or cotton, but you get the idea. There's a lot of fun things that you can make. So here's the overview. What you're going to do, whether you do it on your phone, your computer, or your iPad, is you're going to open your photos, your photo app. And we're going to be using the Apple Photo app. And we're going to start by creating a folder. And we're going to call, I'm going to make a folder. I'm just going to be calling it Sunsets. And that's going to be my theme of the book. This book I will never make, but we're just going to call it Sunsets. So I'm going to create a folder called Sunsets. Then I'm going to go through my photos and find the photos I want in my book. But before I move them into the folder, I'm going to crop them and edit them so that they are as good as I can get them. And then after I have edited them, I'm going to move them into the folder, the Sunset folder. Oh, I have 2 and 3 confused. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to put this here, and then I'm going to put this here. There we go. So already your notes are outdated. So then the next thing you're going to do, if you don't have the app, if you're going to be doing it on your phone, I'm going to just use Shutterfly as an example. You would download and open the Shutterfly app or other service. Now remember, your photos are all ready. So then you will from your Shutterfly, you will locate the folder, which you can do. Sometimes this is a tricky step, but you can absolutely do it. Locate the folder that you have created and you upload the photos into your Shutterfly or Pinhole Press or whatever you're using. And then you create your gift in the service you're using. Now that's just the overview. Those are the steps. Does everyone understand? Are there any questions about that?
Do you prefer Shutterfly?
I've used Shutterfly. I love Pinhole Press. There's another one called Artifact. which is beautiful. They range in price. I think Shutterfly is the least expensive, and Pinhole Press and Artifact Uprising is more expensive.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
but they all do a pretty good job.
Can you say those again, Janie?
Well, I think they're in here on the list, but I will. So start out with Shutterfly. And then check out Pinhole Press,
Okay.
which I guess is my current favorite. And then I have also heard that Artifact Uprising is also good, although I'm not as familiar with that.
There's
Janie,
another one that begins with Z, that is like a Shutterfly that is a third-party app. It was pretty good. I've done stamps and notes, notes that you can have a.
We can look that up. What, would somebody mind doing a Google search?
Well, let me do it since that was my.
That would be great.
Okay.
Just type in like photo book.
Yeah.
The Z thing will come up. That'd be great to know.
Janie, have you used Snapfish?
I have used Snapfish, and Snapfish, do you like Snapfish?
Well, I've only used it a couple of times and it was fairly good, yeah.
Yeah, and I would say it's pretty reasonably priced too, isn't it?
Yes, they do
Yeah.
deals,
Yeah.
but I've nothing to compare it to.
Yep. Now, all of these services pretty much work the same way. You upload your photos, and then you start creating your gift. I'm calling it a gift.
Are one of these services better for books versus a mug or socks or whatever? If you're,
I would say Pinhole Press. I mean, Pinhole Press, the quality is amazing.
okay. All right.
I want to, pipe in. It's Zazzle's the one that I have used a bunch, but I haven't done gifts in a couple of years. But my father was a doctor, also painted, and we did a book through Apple and also a book through another online, and the Apple book came in just really true to color. So I will also put in a plug for Apple's books.
I don't think Apple does that anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm obsolete.
Right. Well, no, I used to use them too, and someone had an old copy of iPhoto. Now, don't make this mistake. They had an old copy of iPhoto on their computer, and they spent a huge amount of time creating this book, and then they couldn't create the book. And she called me up asking me if there was a high school kid that would do it for her. But anyway, don't use iPhoto. That's a biggie. Don't use iPhoto. Use Photo. Photo is the Apple photo thing now. That was good. Any other questions? All right. So we're going to go to organizing your photos. Let's look at this, these notes, and then I'm going to switch to my phone, and then I'll show it how you do it on a computer. So it says tap albums. This is going to be on your phone. It's going to be at the bottom of photos. There's going to be a plus sign in the upper left corner. You're going to create an album, or you can scroll down and select an album. So now I'm going to share my phone with you. We're going to go to new share. We have become such Zoomers, right?
Oh, yeah.
All righty. And I want to pick the photos that are going into that folder for my book that I'm doing about sunsets, which I'm not really doing, but we're going to pretend. So I'm going to open up photos, and I could go to library down at the bottom and see all my pictures and pick out the sunsets that way. But if I have 4,000 photos, it's probably not a good way to do it. I'm going to go to the search tool for this thing and I'm going to type in sunsets. And I have 76 photos of sunsets. And I'm going to see all. I'm going to tap on see all. Now this is one of my favorite photos of all time. I took this of one of the boys walking across the Millie's Bridge when the Stilt House was still there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, some of these are videos, but some of these are photos. I'm going to open this one. So this is a photo.
Oh, that's
So what I'm going to do before I add this to my sunset folder, I'm going to edit it. And looking at this photo now, I think that I don't like this telephone pole here. So what I think the only thing this photo needs is to be cropped. So this is how you crop, this is how you edit on a phone. You go up to edit up in the upper right-hand corner. Here are all your tools. This is an automatic, this is a magic wand that will use your iPhone's algorithms to automatically crop it. I sometimes use that, but this is the crop tool here. And I think this is my favorite tool, the crop tool. So I'm going to tap this crop tool and you can straighten your photo, especially a photo like this. This little line, you'll see this little line in a lot of photos. You can move it back and forth.
Oh, God, that's
Okay.
great.
But do you see that dot on the bottom? That's where
Yeah.
the computer thinks it should be. And I think the computer, I mean the phone, and I think the phone is right. So in this, now the telephone pole isn't showing, which I find interesting. So, but I wanna show you how to crop it. So back in the old days when we used to have photo albums, we had those little white corner things that you had to lick them and
Right.
it tasted bad. We have 4 of these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. People sometimes refer to these as handles. And what you can do is if you take your finger and touch one of the handles, you can edit your photo. I have one finger on it and I'm not letting go. And I'm going to make it kind of square, but I'm not done yet. What you can do is you can take your finger now and move this around inside.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to make it like that. I think that's pretty cool. So I've cropped it. And then I'm going to say done. Now there's many more editing tools that you can use as well. Let's just quickly go over a few of them. I'm going to go back into it by hitting edit. And all of these things are pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to tell you quickly what my friend and art teacher once told me, Karen Olszewski at the school. She said that if you use if you're in Photoshop, if you're in anything, and you're using these tools and you really don't know what you're doing, go to the extremes. Go to the extremes and get a feeling for what each tool can do. So I'm going to click on this first tool here. Well, no, okay, that won't work. This tool has built-in filters. And this is the crop and rotate tool. I think I have to go up here to these 3 dots. Let me see. No. Okay, so this is a little bit different. I'm going to hit on cancel. Now, I'll show you how to do more editing on a computer than that. So what I want to do now is I want to add this to my folder that I made called Sunsets. we go to the share button right here. This is how we, oh, I would also, after you're done with it, I would hit the love, the heart thing to denote that this is a photo that you want to keep. And then you hit the share button. And what we want to do is we want to add it to our album. So what I just did was I pushed this up and I got all this other stuff. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to go to the share button, tap the share button, and this is where you would forward a photo to a friend or something like that. But what I did was I took my finger and I pushed the screen up and I got all of these other options. Did that too fast. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to an album. And notice all the other cool stuff you can do here. But I'm going to add it to an album. And I'm going to find the album called Sunsets and put it in Sunsets. So now I have my first photo in Sunsets and it's edited and ready to go.
Janie, sometimes if you are nervous about, playing around with a photograph, if you make a duplicate and then mess around with the duplicate, you still have the original one there.
Thank you. Yep. That's what I usually do. Yeah. One other thing I want to actually, I see something here I want to point out while we're here. This is the magic wand, but these are the things I actually wanted to show you. Let's go to this middle button. I'm going to tap on the middle button. Now, this is what my friend Karen Olszewski meant. This is the exposure button, and this is the sliding scale. So what Karen says, she's retired now, but she was a great art teacher. She said, go to the extremes and see what your options are. That's pretty cool right there. But again, you always have that dot to go back to. I will go to this tool here. And again, you have the sliding scale. Go to the extremes, see what's possible, and then select what you want.
I always liked that house. I miss it.
Yeah, me too.
It was so unusual. It was fun.
Let me see. I just thought there would be some other place. No. Okay. I'm going to add one more. I'm going to say done.
Contrast.
Oh, I'm glad people are checking it out. Okay. I'm going to pick one more. Oh, this is a pretty awesome sunset. All right.
Oh.
Okay. What do I do? Somebody volunteer. Let's pretend we're in school. I want to add, what should I do to this photo?
Okay. Go to edit. You mean if you want to crop it or move?
Go to edit.
Uh-huh. And then there's the cropping down at the bottom if you want to use that one.
I think I'm good with it, right? Like that.
Uh-huh. It's gorgeous colors. Wow.
Okay. I want to show you one thing from this photo. I just did it while we were talking. I'm going to go up to edit. I am going to do something kooky. I made it too dark. I'm going to say done. And I don't like it. So I'm going to go back up to edit. And I'm going to go to revert. And I'm going to revert to original. I think that's thank you, Alice. I think that's a really important thing to show everybody, how to get back to the original. All right, now how do I add it to the folder or to the album?
You find the share button.
The share button.
In the bottom, tap it, push the screen up.
So we've created a shared album. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes here. So we have organized our photos. I've done 2. We have edited our photos. We've cropped them. We've created the album and we've added them. We've also, this is in the notes. Okay. So now we're ready to make a book. I'm just going to make a book with 2 photos. I guess let's see, what should I use?
So this is all generated from your phone. Are you gonna then go over how you do the same
Yes,
things on your
yes.
computer?
Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, it's 9:45. We have time to do that for sure. Okay, so from your phone, what we're going to do is I'm going to look for the Shutterfly app. There's Shutterfly.
Okay.
You can download it from the App Store if you want. So here's Shutterfly. Oh, I don't want to update now.
Yes.
Doesn't look like you have a choice.
I know.
Let's go to computer. Let's go to computer. Are you
Okay.
also going to tell us if you're working from Google Photos versus iPhone or versus Apple's photos?
Yes, I skipped over that. I'll come back to that.
Great.
Okay.
Janie, I still don't have, we still don't have Amy's notes. So
I
you,
will.
I don't either.
Okay. Send me an email and I will send them to you. How's
Okay.
that?
Good idea.
Okay. So here I am in Shutterfly. And the first thing I want to do is I want to upload. And this is a tricky step because sometimes people cannot find the album they made.
Yes.
Okay. But we can do it. We can do it.
That's awesome.
So according to my method, I'm going to go to upload photos right here. I'm in Shutterfly. I'm signed in. I have an account. You have to have an account in these places. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to upload.
What did you push to upload? I couldn't see it.
Okay. Okay. Let me try to make this smaller. Okay. Let me go back. I'm going to go to home.
Yeah.
Can you see where the mouse is wiggling?
I do.
Okay. So that says upload. I'm going to tap that.
Okay. All right.
And we are going to upload photos. So I see I have 24 available photos that I've already uploaded to Shutterfly, but I want to access more photos right here. So I'm going to tap on that.
Ouch.
And what I am looking for now, let's look at this screen because this is where people lose it. Here's my baby. I love my baby. She's under photos. But look, I just have to say this. If you're lost and you're looking for something, check the perimeter of your screen. There's so much stuff around the perimeter all the time. And I see this little button that says albums. So I'm going to tap that albums button. And I want to go down to albums. And now I have to find sunsets. So I'm just going to scroll around, keep scrolling. I'm not panicking. Oh, there it is. There it is. So first you'll see I didn't know where it was. I scrolled down, I scrolled up, and then I said, oh, go to the side. So I found sunsets. I only want 2 from sunsets. So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to click on the Stilt House and this other awesome one. And then I'm going to say done. And you can see that those 2 photos are uploading. Okay, now I'm ready to make my book.
I only see one.
Are we good?
It has a 2 in the parentheses.
Yeah, I uploaded 2 photos.
See, 2. But it
I
only
uploaded.
shows you 1 right now.
Pardon me?
It
Oh,
only
but that's
shows
just the
little
thumbnail. That
Yeah.
is just the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at it. Thank you, Molly. Look at this. I have to, I'm going to select these. Oh, thank you, Molly. I would have skipped that step. And I'm going to upload them.
Before done, you have to hit the
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Thank you. Start uploading.
Yeah.
Now it's in Shutterfly.
Now, is there a done place at that point? No.
I'm looking, it says a little S there.
Select.
Okay, so let's go back. And what I think I want to do, upload it, is I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store and pick out my product.
Right, you haven't pushed done at any point. This is just going back.
No, and look, but you know what? I would have missed that step, Molly, if you hadn't pointed it out. Right now it says 2 of 2 uploaded. It's got a green check mark right up here.
Okay.
When you first looked at those 2 photos, they had an iCloud with a line through it. What is that? The cloud with a line through it that says they're not in the cloud?
Yes.
Uploaded. I thought it
Yep.
meant.
And that what they're referring to is Shutterfly's cloud,
Oh, thank you.
not Apple's cloud.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that could throw somebody off, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the store and we're gonna make a book. I wanna make a book. I don't know. There's so many things you can do.
They sure are. Isn't that fun?
Instant books with free shipping. I'll make an instant book. God, I hope this doesn't come. Okay, so oftentimes,
Don't pay for it. You won't get it.
oftentimes you have options of like picking a template that they make for you, or you make your own. I always like to make my own, so I'm going to start my own. So I'm going to click on this plus thing, and I'm getting my photos from Shutterfly because I want to use the photos that I've already uploaded. So I'm not using local photos. I'm using the photos I've uploaded to Shutterfly. And these are all my photos I have uploaded to Shutterfly.
Okay.
So I'm going to tap the top 2. And then I'm going to say next. Oh, I can't. It says select 20 to 200. Okay, I'm just going to select.
Wow.
You have to have a certain amount.
Okay. In the sunset years.
Did I select 20?
3, 6, 9,
16. Oh, look, it says 16.
21. You're up to 21.
Up in the upper left corner.
Oh,
there's
okay.
21.
Look, and next turned orange.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to show you how to move it around.
Uh-huh.
Also, I rotate my phone for the best experience. Okay, I did. It's much easier to do this on a computer. All right, so I don't want him on the cover. So I'm gonna take this sunset and put it up there.
Oh, wow.
And that's how you change the order.
Okay.
And then there you go through the pages. I don't want him there, I'll put that there.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Okay.
that's-
So right now I'm up to $12.06. And then you can go back. You can put little captions in.
Janie, do you only get one picture per page?
Well, that depends on the book you select and the company you go with. The answer is no. But on this particular book, yes.
Okay, my company's Alice, so I'm deferring.
Yeah. Okay.
Way past me.
And there we go. And you can just go through and see all, see your book. Okay, so there we go. That's Shutterfly. And there's a lot of fun Shutterfly things. So now can we do it on the computer? Would that be okay? All right.
Yes,
So
please.
I am going to stop this share and say hi.
Hi,
I'm gonna put my phone down
hanging in there.
and let's see, we have to quit iTunes again. All right. So let me think here. I have to share. I'm going to open up my photos here. All right. And now I'm going to share this with you. Okay. Sharing my screen now. This one. Okay, these are my photos. All I did was I opened up my photos, and a few of them are uploading. I see. You can see I have 4,565 photos, 14 videos, and 3 items. So Bruce, that's another way that
Okay.
you can find out. It's just I have too many photos. So let's look at the tools here. Let's go down the left column first. You can see here are all my photos. They have something called memories, which the computer has made for me. They have favorites. These are all the photos that I've added the little heart thing to that I love. This is a great way to quickly find photos. You can organize your photos according to people. There's facial recognition built into this that you can teach your computer how to do. I've only done it with a few people. You can organize your photos according to place. Pretty cool. These are all the photos that have been imported into your iCloud space from other people's devices. Now, you can't always use these photos in your own creations. So if you've imported these, like a friend sent, we went for a walk and a friend sent me these photos of like fluffy things grown, seed pods. I may not be able to import them into a book because they came from someone else's computer. I've just found that out the hard way. And then we have recently deleted. We have my device, my phone is called Ramona Satellite. And then I have all my albums that I've created down.
Janie, sometimes they, depending upon if it's Zazzle or one of the other ones, they will actually email you and say, do you have the right to use this? This is in my dad's paintings case. And I'd write back and say yes, but it did delay the order for, 3 or 4 days, which Christmas time made a difference.
It did, but it's actually reassuring,
Yeah.
like intellectual property and all that.
Yeah.
So here are the albums, and you can add, you have shared albums these are albums that I've shared with people. So I could create a new shared album up here. I'm going to close this. I can show all the albums I've shared or hide them. And here are all my other albums here. And I get the same thing. I can hide them or show them, my albums. And let's see, where's Sunset?
Is this still Apple Photos or?
This is Apple Photos. Yep.
Okay. So is it a similar menu arrangement for Google Photos?
It's a little different.
Okay, all right.
Do you just use Google Photos, Molly?
Well, that's where I have a Google Cloud. I mean, that's
Yep,
sort of where I am. So that's where it's saved, I assume. Whereas, I mean, I don't quite know how I would check the difference between my
Well, we can do both.
and
We
Apple.
can do both.
But if even, is it likely I've got stuff in each one?
You probably have them in both.
Yeah,
You probably have them in both, but if you want to use Google, you can absolutely use Google.
Okay.
Absolutely.
so if
So-
I want to know where the Apple photo photos are, what's the icon that you used when you tapped into this? When you tapped into yours, what did the icon look like when you went for it?
Okay, let me show you.
Yeah, because I think I went the wrong place because I went to Google Photos by mistake.
Let me see the best way to do that.
So I'm on a Mac.
Yep. I'm
Down on the bottom.
I'm going to do a new share. Here. I'm going to show you that. Okay, so you're seeing this screen that says organizing your photos.
Yeah, I printed it. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to insert an image search the web, and I'm going to search for Apple Photos icon.
Great.
There it is.
Oh, okay. It's the flower,
That's it.
the daisy petal thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll
And
search
it's
for
down
it.
on the bottom.
Yeah, I found it now.
Okay.
Never used it, but okay.
Okay, so I'm going to share this screen now. All right, so what we're going to do here is now this is super easy. What we're going to do is we're going to go to my albums and let's see, my albums. Right over here, you see the little plus sign. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to create a new album. Going to be called Sunset 2. And I have no photos in here, but if I go up here in the upper right-hand corner and type in sunsets, here are all my sunset photos, and I can just take these photos. I'm just going to drag them one after another and just put them in my sunset folder. Do you see how I'm doing that? I'm just pulling it into this. I'm not even editing. Oh, I should edit. Okay, let me show. I'm going to edit this photo. So here's a picture of my dog on the beach. And the editing tools work about the same way. And also the editing tools, I think in Google are going to work about the same way too. Here's the magic wand. You can rotate your picture. But if you go to edit, you're going to get this screen. Here is your crop tool up here. It works about the same way as your phone, but it's much easier to control. I'm going to click on crop, and we will get the 4 handles, the 4 little handles. And also this wheel here can adjust the horizon line. And you can see you have a nice grid over your photo that appears to help you get everything as even as possible. You can, up here next to crop, we have filters that are preset. And you can adjust. And again, I use Karen Olszewski's test of like going to extremes and then picking what I want. And you have all these other things that you can do. And again, I'm not an art teacher, But all I do know is if you experiment, if you take it to the extremes, you can just use your eyes to decide what you'd like to do. And it really is fun to play with this. So I'm going to say I love this picture right here. Help me find it. I'm going to say done. And then I could take this photo. Now, in order for me to take this photo and put it into Sunsets 2, I want you to watch this step. I want the little icon so I can just click and drag it over. In order for me to get the icon, I click on the upper right-hand corner next to the 3 colored balls to get all the little icons back. And then I can take this picture and click and drag it into Sunsets 2.
So you didn't drag it when it was still the big cropped, but
Right.
the big edited but done, but you still can't drag it when it's that big one.
Let's try it, Molly. I don't think you
I
can, but let's try it. You can. I
Okay.
learned something.
All right. Okay. All right.
And Janie, that's dragging a copy, not the original, right? No, it's you're not removing it, you're just taking an image and
Right.
moving it
Right.
over. Okay, okay.
Edited version.
That's right. You're just organizing them. You're just organizing them. Okay, so here's Sunsets 2.
Is it there?
There we have, I have 4 of them.
All right.
All right, so this is called Sunsets 2. The album is called Sunsets 2. And now I want to go into, maybe we'll go to Pinhole Press. Okay, so I'm in photos. So I have to go to this screen, and now I have to do a new share. Here we are. Here we are. And we're going to go to this place called Pinhole Press. Pinhole Press. There it is. Now, am I signed in? I'm going to sign in. Okay. So here we are. Let's make a hardcover book. And again, you can have these templates. Oh, Molly, let me just stop here. And this is going to be, so you have, whether you have your photos organized in Apple Photos or Google Photos, this part's going to be the same.
Okay, great.
Yeah, okay. So I just want hardcover.
Hardcover square, hardcover.
I think I'll do with modern font. And oh, look, you get to pick these colors.
Nice.
I'm going to go with black. Okay.
What was
Here
the
we go.
size of the little baby book you did? Was that 4x6 or 5x7?
Let's go back.
It was just the right
This one?
for little hands. Well, is that what you did, that board book you showed us at the beginning?
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is what I did with that. It was perfect. You go to kids,
Okay.
and do you see this? This is what I did. I did this with a spiral binder,
Nice.
and it's perfect for kids.
Yes.
Perfect for kids.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so I'm going to go to books for kids, and this is actually the one I made, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. You need 20 to 40 pages. So I'm going to open this up. This is the one I want. I'm going to start customizing it. And again, these are not cheap to make. So you can have them organize it for you. Let us do the work. Or you can start from scratch. I always like to start from scratch. So I'm going to click on start from scratch. Now here are some photos I've already uploaded, but now I have to upload more photos. So this is such a good exercise because we did it in Shutterfly and now we're in Pinhole Press. So what do you think the first thing is that we should do here? Let's look at all the options we have. And I'm giving you a hint.
Add photos.
Add photos, that's right. I'm gonna add photos. Oh, look, I can add photos from computer, Facebook, or Instagram. I'm going with my computer. Now, this is where sometimes people get mixed up.
Yeah.
Here's my computer. Up here, it says downloads. These are all the downloads that I haven't cleaned out yet. What I want to do is I want to go over to this column here and find my photos, which are in the middle, right here. So I'm going to click on.
I can't quite see what that option is.
Yeah,
It's too small, even on my
It's too
computer.
small.
What's it say?
Photos. Photos.
Okay.
not on my computer, it doesn't.
What does it say on yours?
It's Charlie's little book of names and faces.
Oh, you can't see. Okay, maybe I can share this. Hold on.
I don't think,
Maybe I have to share this new screen.
yeah, I don't think,
I think probably.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not showing up for some reason.
what should we see?
You will.
We should be seeing the long line of options
Yeah.
under your
Should be
photos,
seeing- You can't see it.
Um,
Ah.
places, people.
Yeah. Well, no, you see, this is frustrating.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do this. Hold on. Okay, I just took a screen snapshot. Maybe I can share this. Hold on. New share. No, I cannot.
Okay, so let's just go back to
Oh,
the.
wait, here, maybe it's this.
Oh.
What are you seeing now?
Yep.
Thumbnail, a
Photos.
lot of thumbnails.
Yeah, okay. So can you see my mouse? No,
I can see your mouse running around the
you
thumbnail.
can. Can you see this? Can you see
Yep.
what says photos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, because it's not showing that it's sharing this. That's weird. Okay, so what I did was I went to my computer. Here's my desktop.
Yep.
My applications. This is all the stuff that I have. In the middle, it says photos. If you click on photos, you see all your photos. And I can't do it because this is a screenshot, but you would take your elevator down
yeah.
and find the photos that you wanted
And click on them.
and click on them. Yeah. And then add them. Okay.
So it might be all your Google photos or it might be all your Apple photos, but either way, it's your like
Yes.
trove, your archive of photos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to go back to Pinhole Press. And find you guys somewhere. Where are you? I'm going to cancel this. Okay. I'm going to just use these photos that I have here. And what you do, it's quite easy. You go through your pictures down here and you decide what you want on the cover. I'll put her on the cover. And there she is.
These are unedited ones because it came from your big photo chest of.
No, no, good point.
Yeah.
You found the
Edited ones.
edited ones that you saved in the Sunsets 2
Okay.
folder.
So-
Okay, so these have, and the reason that we've edited them already is they do have, now here are the editing tools in Pinhole Press, and they're very limited.
Okay.
So you can do you see how you can
Yeah,
move them
yeah,
around?
I had even with shutterfly. So,
Same thing, and you can change the brightness. You have autocorrect, but it's just not as good as editing the photos on your computer.
Janie, how did the word Charlie get on there?
Okay, let's close this. There's Charlie. Now, I'm going to move over to my right, and do you see where Charlie is highlighted here?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to type in Rowan.
it is
Oops, misspelled her name.
a new name.
Rowan, there she is. So I can have the text white, I can have the text black, I can have the text blue, I can have the text small, medium.
Okay.
And again, because of the kind of book this is, you can only have one picture on a page. So when you go to pick your pictures, oh, wait, maybe I lied. Let's see. I see layouts here. Here's pages. Let's see what layouts are. No layouts available for this page. So if I want everybody to pay attention to the left column, you're going to have pages and layouts in Pinhole Press. So if you wanted a book that had different layouts, let's see if we can find a book. I'm going to go back to Pinhole Press. I'm going to go to hardcover photo books. I'm just going to pick a book. Let's just go with this. Oh, here's one. Here's a page. There you go. So you can see that this book has various options. Pretty cool. Let's go skiing.
Let's go.
So with the spiral book, is it just pages? There's no verso page. It's only the page that on the right that has the photo. It's not on the back, front, back, front, back, front.
It is back front.
Oh, okay. So it's 10 pages long with 20 photos, for
Yeah.
instance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're thinking about doing one of those kiddie books, I really do recommend Pinhole Press.
Yeah.
They're pricey, but they're just great. I mean, I think you should do both. I mean, Rowan loves this little book, and it's held up really well. I did this was $8. And I did this on Shutterfly.
Right.
But for her birthday, I made her that spiral bound book. And she loves that book. I mean, she loves that book so much. So yeah.
Okay.
So this is Pinhole Press. Now, if I go to, now I haven't looked at Google Photos, but let's see if we can go to Google Photos here. I am going to go to Google. And here we are in the Google page. And here's the array, the 9 dots. And I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to look for Google Photos here. There's Google Photos. And again, I got to it by going to Google, hitting on the 9 dots, the array, and clicking on Google Photos. Now, I haven't been in Google Photos in a long time. So I have my photos uploading automatically, I believe. And oh, here we have Print Store. View all albums. So how would we create, let's view all albums. All right, here we go. This is where we would create an album.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
creating an album, add a title, sunsets. Well, let's do dogs.
Okay.
dogs. Select people and pets. Create an auto updating album. Oh, that sounds good.
So every time my family appears, if I made my.
Yeah, or you could select photos. Just to save time, I'm going to try to do this and see what happens.
See what happens.
All right, here's my dog.
Oh gosh, I have
Here's
some
my
new,
dog.
I have some new family members. I hadn't.
Oh,
I know. It's a lot. This is a little scary.
Somebody else is choosing my friends and family.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Oh my goodness.
Is this facial recognition?
Here's a dog. Yeah, it's facial recognition.
Is it saying some of these people are dog-like or what?
Okay, no, this is people and dog. I'm going to confirm because this is creeping me out. And I just selected 3 dogs. Let's see what appears. Oh my gosh, I selected 3 dogs and look what
It
happened.
starts to populate based on that.
Oh my gosh, look at this one, everybody. There's a dog in the background.
Right.
See, this is artificial intelligence that's going to come back to bite us.
scary. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
really scary.
It's scary. This is
And
freaking.
they're pretty good about having the kids grow up. I mean, they can
They can change their face.
they can look quite different and they'll still pick them out.
No.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Well, here are the dogs.
Wow, that is really good. It can find the dogs with people in the picture too, huh?
Look at that.
Absolutely.
That is great.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So now, how do we go from here?
New album.
Okay. Well, now we have our new album. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back.
What if I want to edit before I?
Okay, so we have 230 items in dogs. Let's click on this. Let's open up,
Dog.
let's open up this one.
I've got
Okay, so where are the edit tools here? Let's see. Maybe these are the edit tools. Edit, oh, look it. See that when I put the mouse over it, edit shows. So here are the edit tools. So we have our pre-selected filters. This is called Vogue. I think I'm going to go with Vogue. And we have our sliding bar. Let's just see what happens when we do the sliding bar. It is changing, but very subtly. And what is, okay, color filters. Well, I just made it black and white. Okay. Okay, we're getting it, right? And then this next one, this is the rotate. Let's see what this does. Yeah. Okay. So you can see I'm just playing around with this just to see, and then I'll hit done. Now, how do oh, and then you can undo the edits up here. You can zoom in. Here are 3 dots. Let's see more options. Let's see what our options are. Save, copy, copy edits. Oh, you could save a copy and keep the original. So I'll do that.
It spells that out, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. And now what is this? This would be share. I don't want to share it. I guess I could star it, make it a favorite. More options. Okay, here are some more options. Here we go. We could download it, add it to an album. Let's create an album, okay? So we're going to, let's do, before we create an album, we could order photo prints, remove from album, move to trash, order a canvas print. But let's just add it to an album. And we're going to call this, we're going to make this a new album. We're going to call this a dog book. Dog book 1. All right, so now we have one photo in our dog book. So that was pretty much the same, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the
Okay.
principle's the same, just a little different.
So what I'm not sure of though is how are I'm gonna add one more book.
Yeah.
I mean one more dog.
Now, when you did add photos under one of these services and it
Yeah.
gave you options to where to look for those photos, was Google one of them? You went to
No. So this is a hole in the information. I know what we could do is we could take this photo
Yeah.
and we can, there's a plus sign. What I want to do is I want to download, what I'm thinking is you could download these Google Photos onto a folder on your desktop.
Which you then can grab when you're in one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
services? Okay.
What are these arrows? Sort photos, add locations, add text, add photos. So I could add another dog photo, I guess, to this.
But is this one of these, what I haven't had a chance to do is to compare my Apple Photos and Google Photos to know if they're mirrors. But if I'm only doing Google Cloud and not iCloud, there's going to be a question down the road of where the stuff really is sitting and my access to it.
Okay. Do you not use iCloud at all to back up?
I do on my phone, which means that I must do it on my, since they
On your photos?
talk to each other,
Yeah.
that it's happening at the same time on my computer as it is on my phone.
Yep. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Jane,
Okay.
can you
Yeah.
show us, like, you've got this is your Google iCloud photos, correct?
Yes, how I have this set up is on my phone, I save my photos to the Apple Cloud,
Okay,
and I also save them to the Google Cloud.
okay,
And so that's how I have it set up.
So
okay, but I'm back to my question. Can you see in Google Cloud how many photos you have to see if it matches the number that you have in your Apple Cloud?
I don't know. I do not know. Let's see. What we'll do is we're going to open another window. Go back to Google. Go to the array. Go to Google Photos. And let's see.
storage on the bottom, it gives me storage. It gives you the gigabytes though.
Yeah, it doesn't give you the number of photos you have.
At least not yet.
I'm gonna have to get, that's a great question, and I'm gonna have to get back to you. I'm gonna write that down.
And
Google Photos. I'm sure there's a way. Number of photos, question mark. And I'll know what that means. And then I'm gonna say Bruce.
Well, send it to all of us, please.
I'll send it to everybody.
But when I remember in a prior class where we were talking about if you wanted to liberate your phone from the millions of photos you might still have stuck there,
Mhm.
I remember something about you had to be careful because once it left your phone, if you hadn't chosen the right place to take it, you could lose them forever.
That's right. If you were trying to make room on your phone
Right.
and you thought, oh, my photos are backed up on the iCloud, I can delete them from my phone. The actuality is they also delete from the iCloud. And we were working under we knew that if you had Google Photos, automatically, when you take a photo on your camera, they will save to the iCloud, but they will also save to the Google Cloud, and Google will never delete them.
That's what I remember.
But
So
yesterday,
Oh.
Fleur sent me an update on that. And I think it's in
June or something.
June, but it's next year,
Yeah,
right? June 2021.
which is close.
Right. That policy is changing.
Yeah, they're going to start charging you more,
Yeah.
basically,
Mhm.
for more storage space.
Yeah.
But I guess when I'm looking at my phone, I'm always going and checking the Google photographs. But I have to double check, I guess, that I have set up Google cloud storage to be
Well-
sure that the forever, at least till June 2021,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
Janie, let me just answer Bruce for a second. It seems intuitive that if by mistake or whatever, you deleted from your phone a photo, which thereby deleted it from your iCloud, but it didn't delete it from the Google Cloud, just by definition, you've got two different clouds with two different compositions. They're
Yes.
not going to be the same.
Right. And I also think you have to be double sure that you've signed up and paid for Google Cloud storage because it doesn't automatically happen.
And it's not expensive.
It's not expensive, but you just have to open the gate before you.
Now here we go. I am still in Google Photos, and I was looking at my dog book 1 and went back to the main menu. And I see this print store here. Now, I haven't spent any time in the print store, but here we are in the print store, and we have photo books, photo prints, premium print series, and canvas prints. So if I go to photo books right here in Google, I see delightful selections
Of course.
that I could use right here in Google Photos.
Yeah.
And I could make, oh my gosh, this is so scary. I could make a book for friends and family using their facial recognition. What is this world coming to?
No, I do not want Mark Zuckerberg in my house.
He's
Yeah.
there already.
I know, not if I don't do Facebook.
Okay, photo, so you can do hardcover, soft cover,
You got them.
little books, big books.
They're all,
And this is the photo books that are in Google Photos. Yes.
Google Photos,
Okay.
yeah, yep,
Okay.
yep. So, but what I'm happy about with this class is that we can see, we've looked at 3, we've looked at Google Photos. I'm sure it's probably even easier here because they have all this artificial intelligence doing it for you.
Yeah.
So you have Google Photos, we've looked at Pinhole Press, and we've looked at Shutterfly. And Snapfish, somebody mentioned Snapfish. So the idea is to try to get your photos as edited as you can and then add to them.